Hi, Mikel. I know it was a defeat this evening, but did you get what you wanted to from the pre-season friendly?
Yes, for the three of them, and today in particular, he thought again different demands, different understanding of things that we have to do, and I'm very pleased with what I've seen in most of the things that we've done. But we missed something, in certain moments. That preciseness, that moment that unlocks the result, the moment to turn the result away and with the match. But in terms of attitude, the desire, level of organization in the team, it was great, and we have to continue to elevate a little bit all the individual aspects.
Thanks, James.
Mikel, Gabriel and Calafiori obviously weren't fit tonight. Are there any doubts about them being ready for the start of the Premier League season?
I don't think so. If they evolve like they've been evolving in the last few days, so Gabriel Magalhães, Calafiori and Timber, and the three of them will be available.
And Trossard obviously went off with a problem.
Yeah, he felt a little tweak. I think he tried to turn and he was pushed, and he felt something muscular, so we'll have to assess him.
And just generally, obviously, you fly home now. How would you sort of assess kind of where you are at this point in pre-season?
Well, I'm very positive. Everything that I've seen in the last 10 days gives me a lot of encouragement, and we are ahead of what I was expecting in many areas. Even though tonight's result leaves you a taste, that I think is going to be very positive as well, to realize the margins that winning or not winning have to be controlled as well. And again, we go again. We'll start on Monday again with 2 great games at the Emirates to finalize the preparation and be ready for Old Trafford.
Thanks, Jordan.
Can I ask about Kepa as well? He wasn't in the squad today.
Yeah, he felt something as well in the game against Newcastle. I think it's a matter of days probably. If that was the Premier League, he could have played, but we decided not to take a risk.
And I know it's very early, but with Thomas Frank in charge now, did you see that Tottenham will be a different beast this season, a different sort of team to play against?
Well, I think every manager brings his idea and has his vision, and they are two very different managers, and I'm sure that Thomas wants to do that as quick as possible.
Hi, Mikel. Just in terms of intensity and competitiveness and the atmosphere in the stadium, how do you compare this with the matches you had in Singapore just recently?
Well, in terms of support, it was obviously a stadium full of people with different energy than the previous two. In terms of the competition, I think the last 2 games were very demanding as well, especially the game against Newcastle in one of the aspects. So very pleased with the opposition, with the things, with all the information that we gathered as well from this game collectively and individually. So a lot to learn.
It's been a short visit. Would you like to come back for longer next time?
Well, I think we had enough days and travel here, but yeah, that will be down to the club, which I think they've done an incredible job to get everything organized. So everybody that has been part of that, big thank you, because they couldn't be much better than what they've done.
Hello, Mikel.
Hi.
It felt almost like Arsenal home here. There were a lot of Arsenal supporters here. You must be very proud. How did you feel about that?
Yeah, I was amazed. I think the day we arrived with the buses and we saw these people outside the hotel, it just it makes you feel how wonderful and big this football club is, and how lucky we are to have the support with the level of intensity as well that people leave our football club here. So it was great to witness. Again, big thank you, because they've been so patient. We had people waiting for many, many hours right there. Hopefully they feel proud of the boys, the staff, and everybody at the club. And again, see you soon.
Let me ask you about. Obviously, there will be many questions about Arsenal's this season. Let me ask you about what's your long-term goal for Arsenal, also for yourself?
Now, long, there is no long. It's short as is now, is what we learn, what we take already from the game, and we have already spoken about that in the dressing room, and nothing. Start the recovery, start the preparation, be ready to travel. It's going to be a long way, and adapt, again, to as quick as possible to the jet lag, to coming into the last almost week of the preparation with 2 great games at home, and be ready for it.
And then last 2, one there.
Hi, Mikel. Can I just ask you for your thoughts on the debuts of Gyokeres and Mosquera?
Well, really happy, obviously, to have them here. I think, they're going to add a lot of value. You see straight away as well the energy and the quality that they're gonna bring. It was a short one, but at least that one is off now. And when they play against Villarreal now, I'm sure it will be a bit different.
Final one at the back, please.
Mikel Fuad here from Viper Sport. Commiserations on today's defeat. But I've got to speak about one lad that's been taking the headlines, Max Dowman. Again, 15 years old. In your illustrious career, have you seen anything like this in terms of talent? And how do you plan to manage this season for him? Because a lot of fans are very excited to see him in action.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. It's been really impressive what he's done again at his age, the way he has enter the matches and with that determination, that quality, that decisiveness, I would say. The same with the other kids that they played. So, yeah, it was another exposure to them, which